Isaiah 30, the Lord waits for you to return to him. Verse 18. He's a God who's waiting upon you, and he will show his compassion. The Lord will show him mercy, show you mercy. You know, this is a beautiful expression of how God longs for his people to return to him. But because you were stubborn, God said to Israel, and which is, you can say that to ourselves today, because you were stubborn, and therefore God continue to wait upon you, to plead that you may return to him. Therefore return to me, O Israel. Therefore return, all you backsliders in today's New York City or wherever you are. Come back to me. And God said, I will show you compassion. I will show you mercy. You see, this is the kind of God we deal with. There's a difference between the mercy of God and the goodness of God, okay? There's a lot of times people, the book of Psalms especially, sing about the Lord, he is good. The Lord, he is good. You know, the Lord, he is good is after you experienced the goodness of the Lord, mostly. So let's look at testimony. Or you speak by faith, the Lord, he is good, by faith. Okay, so these two go hand in hand. But the Lord is merciful. It's a kind of prayer you cry out when you're in trouble. You pray to God, have mercy on me, on my children, or whatever the case may be. And God, you know, when you cry for mercy, but that's kind of prayer you pray when you're in trouble. You know, when you're in hardship, when things are not going well with you, and you cry out to God for his mercy. You know, and the Bible says his steadfast love. You know, love, mercy, and the goodness of God is his attributes. He desires, he more than willing and desire to show us his compassion, his love, and his mercy. You know, when Israel cried out to God, when they were under bondage of slavery by Pharaoh, it was a gruesome labor camp, and they were have to make bricks for Pharaoh. At one stage, when Moses asked Pharaoh to let the people of God go, the first time, Pharaoh turned around, doubled down. Okay, since you got so much time, now you want to leave Egypt. Okay, now you know what? Go ahead. I'm not going to provide straw for you now. You're going to go ahead and make bricks without straw. You're going to look for straws for yourself. And that burden was overbearing. And people groaned, groaned and moaned. And people blame Moses. What did you do? See what? You just given a big knife, big sword to Pharaoh to kill us. And Moses was very despondent and cried out to God. And of course, God responded to him, as well as God responded to deliver Israel completely through various stages of hardship and trials and plagues coming down. You know, so it was a cry for help. And God heard their cries. And God sent Moses to them. All right, God remembered the covenant he had with Abraham, because God is faithful. God's steadfast love. The word steadfast means is unchangeable. No matter what the circumstances is, God will persist on loving us. Okay, so there's the mercy of God. For the Lord is good. You know, you want to step onto the good things, experience the goodness of the Lord. That God will give to you more and more, and you experience his goodness, and you want to rejoice. That's what God is giving us invitation to come back to him, that he will show us his compassion, his loving kindness, his steadfast love, his mercy, so that you will know that he is good. You know, if you don't come back to him, you can experience that He is good. You always be in the wilderness. You know, you need to come back to the fold. So if you are out there somewhere, remember, hear the voice of the Lord and come back to Him. He's waiting.